Sounds good.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I think you all know me, but I'm Lauren Smithson. I am Angie's sponsor. She and I met playing volleyball like years ago, and I swear it was destiny because now here we are, like doing all the things together, and she's amazing, as you all know. So, anyway, this is super fun. I'm glad to see most of your faces. I know a couple of you have your video off, and that's totally fine. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but nice to meet you all in person. Um, I have a few things that I just want to go over because a lot of you are new. I know, Katie, you've been doing this a little bit longer than the other girls on the call, and that's totally fine. So some of this might be review for you, but just so you have it, and maybe you'll hear some nuggets that you hadn't heard before. So since a lot of you are new to sharing, this is for people that are starting to share or tell people about Plexus. And I know some of you are very new, like you just got your products or you haven't even gotten your products yet, and that's okay. And if you're not sure if you even want to share yet, that's okay too. But the really nice thing about sharing and the benefit of telling people about Plexus is that you're 85% more likely to be successful in taking your products and reaching your health goals if you have an accountability partner. So if you're not somebody that is thinking that they want to start sharing, maybe reconsider, because if you have people link arms with you, not only are you going to be more likely to take your products every day, get the results that you're looking for, but also there's a ton of opportunity with this opportunity. I am a Sapphire ambassador, as I think all of you know, and that is one step away from the very top of this company. I never saw myself doing this. I was somebody that was like, I need the products and that's it. Like, I don't want to do any of that. And then it just became something, a necessity, because of the debt that I have from school, having to budget for products. I just didn't want to do that. So then I started sharing, and it's turned into this amazing thing, and I'm meeting all of you. So definitely reconsider if you're not sure about sharing yet. But anyway, with that aside, I have like 5 bullet points of things that are just the basics of sharing about Plexus. If you have a question, unmute yourself, do whatever you got to do, because this is conversational and I want it to just be helpful for what you guys need right now. So the first thing that helps you start to share is posting. Like I said, Katie, you've been doing this already for a while and you're really great at posting. So this is going to be simple for you, but posting consistently is super important to reach people. It sounds scary and it feels scary, especially if you're not somebody that posts a lot on social media, but you're going to be reaching people that you have no idea even needs these products. There are people that are on my team that I haven't talked to in years, and I wouldn't have reached if I wasn't posting consistently. A lot of times people come to me, that's just been what my experience is, but I also have reached out to people if I see that they're posting about things that they need, or if I just have them on my heart and want to see if it's something that they would find value in. So anyway, you want to be posting consistently because people are watching, people need what we have, and there are so many people that you can reach. So consistently posting. If you need help knowing what to post, follow each other, like make friends with each other in here. Follow the people on our Rock Your Purpose team. If you want specific lists of people that I think make really good content, let me know and I can give you some lists. But any of the jewels would be great. Any of the jewels in the big Pink Power team have really great content too. And you can literally copy and paste people's posts if you like them. If you do that though, just make sure you take a day or two after they've posted it, so you're not posting it on the same day. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make your own content every time you post something. That just wouldn't be necessarily realistic. If that's something you like to do, that's fine. And probably a few times a week, I do my own content, but that's more for my personal posts. A lot of the Plexus stuff I post, I'm getting from watching other people. So it's okay. I've gotten to Sapphire by utilizing things that I like that other people post, and you can do the same. If you are somebody that's going to start posting and you're not already in our post bumpers chat, please let me or Angie know and we can add you into that. What that is it's a way to get interaction on your posts. So if you post something, you want it to have at least 3 comments, because that's going to get it seen by the rest of your Facebook friends. So what I do is when I post something, I'll go into that chat and say, I have a post up. And that tells everybody, okay, she posted, I'm going to go comment on it if I have a minute. After I do that, I go to the 3 to 5 only, nothing more than that, 3 to 5 above me. And I go to their page and I comment on their post so that we're returning the favor to other people. So it's simple. That way we are helping other people with engagement on their posts, and then they're helping us with engagement on ours. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that sound good? It's pretty simple. So that's posting. The next thing is the IPA chat. Have any of you not heard of IPA, what that is, what the chat is? Okay, so IPA is income producing activity or impact producing activity, whatever way you want to look at it is fine. But it's basically the things that we do consistently in order to grow our teams. So one of the things is posting. Another thing is reaching out to people and then following up with people that we've already been talking to about Plexus. So what we typically have people start with, and this would be my suggestion to you guys, is doing, it's a 2-2-2 method. We just switched to 2-2-2 instead of 3-2-1. So 2 posts per day. And if you're new to posting and this sounds scary, reach out to us and we can help you come up with what is comfortable for you. Because if you're not used to posting, then that's going to feel scary. And we want it to be comfortable and you can eventually get to posting more. But anyway, ideally 2 posts a day. It'd be 1 Plexus and 1 non-Plexus, something about your family, your life, an inspirational quote, something else other than Plexus, because we don't want it to be a billboard. We are not an advertisement. We are showing people what the products are doing for us or for other people. So 2 posts a day, reaching out to 2 new people a day. So if you put a post up and somebody likes it, you could say, hey, I saw that you liked my post. I don't know if you were just being supportive or if you wanted more info, but I'd love to talk to you if it's something that you sound interested in. So that would be a reach out. It doesn't have to be like you're going to random people and just like throwing up Plexus on them. That's like the last thing we want to do, the last thing. And then follow up with 2 people. So if you've already had conversations with a couple people, going back into those chats and following up, or if you have a team already, going to the people that are already ordering, making sure they're doing well with their products. Those are called follow-ups too. We can definitely dive into that in individual chats and talk to you about your specific needs, especially if you are just getting started, because sometimes that's even a lot for people to do a 2-2-2 method, and we can go a ton slower if that's feeling uncomfortable to you. Okay, the next thing, we have team calls and book clubs every single week. They're not mandatory if you're new. I don't want you to feel like you have a million meetings to go to, but they're also really important for learning the more basics than I'm even going over tonight with Plexus. It's a lot of mindset work. And then the book clubs, especially depending on what we're reading, but our Rock Your Purpose team has a book that we read for however long it is. Right now, our next book just started this past week, and it'll be, I think, a 12-week long book club where we read a chapter or 2, and then we talk about it on Thursdays. So Mondays, we have team calls with a big group, and I'll explain that in a minute, that mostly it's Jules that pick a topic and they explain something for you to learn about Plexus or your mindset or motivation. And they're half an hour long, Mondays at 9 Eastern. And then book club is Thursday at 9 Eastern. And we have somebody that leads it. You don't even have to have the book. You can just listen to us all talk about it and then gain a lot of insight from that. Sometimes it's leadership, sometimes it's mindset, sometimes it's just personal growth. So we like to do a lot of variety. So let's talk about the difference between the groups, because this might be confusing, because we have Rock Your Purpose, Pink Power, and Gut Health and Happiness. You can raise your hand if that was confusing when you were added to a bunch of groups and you're like, what are these for? I know I felt that way. So Pink Power is our like big big group. So you're probably used to seeing like Rochelle, me, Elizabeth. You see our names a lot, but above Rochelle is her cousin Fallon, who has like 10 diamonds underneath her or something crazy. So Pink Power is our like humongous group that has a lot of different teams on it. That group itself has a lot of really good business information. It'll have information about the team calls. And that's pretty much it that you guys would use for that. And then Rock Your Purpose is our smaller team page. So that's from Rochelle and down. And that one we do a lot more in. We've been trying to branch out. And right now we're actually doing like something to help develop people to silver and beyond. We do a lot of giveaways in there. There's definitely business information. So that's our smaller, like more intimate group. And then Gut Health and Happiness. Well, first of all, Pink Power and Rock Your Purpose, all of your new joins can be added into those groups. But then Gut Health and Happiness is for anybody. So even if they haven't joined yet, if this is somebody that just wants more information, that's a really great place to plug people in so that they can learn more about testimonies, what products are, and you can tag them in things for their specific needs. Does that all make sense? Okay. What else was I going to say about that? Angie, anything to add so far?
You're doing amazing.
As long as you don't think I'm missing anything, that's fine. Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to talk about next. So speaking of Rock Your Purpose, this month we are doing, like I said, a silver thing. It's called Red, White, and Silver. So some of the gems, which is rubies and above, and the jewels are redoing our silver in 6 videos. So if you're not somebody that's silver, which is the first rank of our compensation plan, and that's having 3 people that are on your team, then you can plug into those. And even if you're new, I'd definitely recommend watching those. It's talking about like how to utilize social media, tips on closing the deal, lots of really good content for helping you to go silver, or even if you're new, to continue adding people past silver. And we're starting those today. So Rochelle, I think, was going to do a live video today, and we're doing today, tomorrow, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's going to be a live video in Rock Your Purpose talking about some sort of content to go silver. So definitely plug into those. And then once you do go silver, your picture is going to be put on our cover photo. And then I don't remember what our prizes are, but we're going to do some prizes for people that go silver this month. So if you're not silver, that'd be something to plug yourself into. And then if you have people on your team that you want to help get to silver, that'd be something to plug them into too. So it's kind of perfect timing since some of you are new. And then I really briefly wanted to talk about the compensation plan, but like very, very brief, because it doesn't make sense until you're kind of going through the ranks. Wouldn't you guys agree? Like, I feel like, at least for me, I wanted to know it all, but it didn't make sense until I was starting to add people to my team. So I'm just going to go over what the ranks kind of are, and then how to get to the first one. And then after that, we'll talk to you guys in your smaller 3-way chats as you're starting to rank up on how to get to the next goal for whatever you're at. So, okay, the ranks. We have silver first, and that is having 3 people join your team. Simple as that. The next is gold, and we just switched the compensation plan literally June 1st. So it has changed in how many people that is, but it's roughly having 20 people on your team. And then we have senior gold. Oh, I skipped one. We have senior silver now. That's an official rank. Yes. Senior silver is having 10 people on your team, which is awesome. I'm glad they added that in, because the gap from silver to gold can sometimes feel overwhelming if you're new, but going from silver to senior silver is such a doable goal. So I'm glad we have that. So silver, senior silver is about 10 people, and then gold is about 20. And then we have senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, and those are ruby and senior ruby they are considered gems. they're more of like a leadership level. And then you've got emerald, sapphire, and diamond, and those are the jewel levels. And I probably won't go much further into details on how all of that works again until we're in like three-way chats and helping you guys get to them, because I think it's just overwhelming and it's not going to be helpful to go over it. It'll just feel like information overload. So if you have specific questions, I'm happy to answer them, but I don't want to spend a ton of time explaining that tonight. Oh, Lisa, did I answer your question, Lisa, about how often you should post? I just saw your question.
Oh.
She was just asking how often to post. So I would say my suggestion would be to do 2 posts a day, and that can include your stories too. So one that's just about like your life, and then one that's about Plexus, and try to switch up what type of post. It can be like you with your pink drink. It could be somebody else's testimony. It could be so many different things. And there's actually, if you look in guide 1, I think, let me just confirm that. One of the guides in our Rock Your Purpose page, we have 30 days of posting. So you could go to that 30 days of posting, copy and paste, and use them each day so that you don't have to think about what to post. But let me just look that up right now. If that feels like a lot, yeah, if twice a day feels like a lot because you're new to posting at all on your wall, then talk to us individually and we can help you come up with something that's more comfortable for you to get you used to posting.
Lauren, is anything on the gut health and happiness page? Is anything on there fair game pretty much?
Most of it, good question. Most of it is, if it's not compliant, so that would mean like it claims too much in a post. Some things are like not good to share because it claims it'll like cure a disease. We have to be careful about some of our verbiage. So the things that are not compliant, we'll say it at the very top of the post, like don't post this on your wall, but you can share it privately in chats. But the things that don't have that disclaimer at the top, you should be good to go.
Okay.
Okay, so in Rock Your Purpose, I'm in the guides right now. So if you go to Rock Your Purpose, there's the cover photo. Underneath where it says you can message and invite, it'll say guides in the bottom left. So if you click that, the first guide is for new members. So if you are, obviously we're all product users. If you're new, that would be a good one to scroll through because there's tips for what to expect, how to have success with your products. Definitely read through that. If you are somebody that's sharing and you have a team, guide 2 will be helpful for you because it says, I've got a new ambassador, now what? So it shows you what steps to take to go through with them, like what different things you should send them, like training videos you should send them, a checklist to make sure you send them all the information for their specific welcome pack and all of that. So that one's going to be helpful. And now guide 3, for those of you that are sharing, is really great too, because it's called Business Builders. I want to work the business, now what? So there is how to make your first post. That's where I think the 30 days of posting is. Let me see.
I'm looking too.
Yeah, lots of first posts. Yes, and then there's a whole posting ideas post in that guide. So you can click there. It'll give you posting ideas in the like the comment of it or the caption. And then there is definitely, I think that might be the one. No, the one right underneath it, first 30 days of example posts. All the comments are post examples. So you can go through and copy and paste. You can use your own picture. You can use exactly that verbiage. And then that way you don't have to think about what to post if you're kind of feeling stumped. So definitely search through those guides. There's even more guides on there that I think you guys would like. There's some really pretty graphics in there. So feel free to look through that all you want. That was everything that I had that I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. That's like the simple stuff that we're going to start with. The last thing I want is for you to feel overwhelmed. So just start where you can, and we love you no matter where that's at. We want to just help you feel comfortable and empowered and excited, because that's what's going to help you start to grow a team anyway, feeling excited and comfortable. Anything to add, Angie? Any questions, anybody?
The only thing that I wanted to ask, just because I think, like you said, when I first started and was added to all these different groups, I, like you said, felt a little bit overwhelmed. So what I've been doing, I've been adding people to the Rock Your Purpose, because I think that one's really useful. And then obviously the Gut Health and Happiness, but I haven't been adding everybody to the Pink Power team, just because I feel like I don't want to add them to too many. And I think like those two are like a comfortable two. And I feel like any more than that, I'm like, I don't know. So I wanted to.
I actually think that that's fine. So for those of you that are having people join you, definitely add them to Rock Your Purpose, and definitely add them to Gut Health and Happiness. And then once they express interest, if they express interest in sharing, that's when you can add them to Pink Power. But usually I only add people that are business builders to Pink Power. There's a ton of other groups too. And sometimes I'll need to tag them in something and I'm like, oh, it's in that group and I haven't added them. And it's fine. Like, I don't think we need to add people in every single group that's available right away, because that's not necessary. So just as needed, we can add them into different things. I wanted to say too, sorry if you hear the garage, for those of you that add people into Rock Your Purpose, there is a welcome post every month that you can tag them in, and they can watch a video and they can win the product of the month if they comment. So invite them there so that we can all welcome them, and then they can introduce themselves and possibly win. That's something I would have forgotten to say. So yeah. Any questions from anybody at all? And if you have some and you just don't want to speak up, that's fine too. Just message us in our three-way chat and we can talk about anything that didn't make sense today.
Sounds good. This was super helpful for me too, actually, because honestly, I don't know if I've ever been in Rock Your Purpose and went through the guides. And I think that's going to be super helpful for all of us and myself. So we're all in this together, you guys. Like I'm learning also, and we're teaching each other. So, you know, I just love doing it with everybody. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Nobody's got it all figured out. So don't feel like you have to have all the answers. And if we don't have the answers, then we can ask other people. Like, I don't know everything, that's for sure. So, like you said, we're all in this together. There's no dumb questions, nothing. I didn't know what I was doing at first at all. So we don't expect you to know anything. And add people into three-way chats. That's something I wanted to say really quick. If you have people that are expressing interest in starting the products, don't feel like you have to have the answers. Add Angie in, add your sponsor if it's not Angie. Add me if you need extra hands, and we can help get them the information that they need. You don't have to know everything.
Yes, don't feel like you have to do this by yourself, because that's how it makes it less overwhelming, is when we all help each other. And you know, if I'm at work with a patient, or all of you guys are with a patient, or at work, that's how we kind of step in and help each other. So that's why those three-way chats are so important, because we don't ever want to leave people hanging, you know, because it's always, if somebody asks a question, not like we're on our phone all the time, but I like to get them an answer fairly quickly. So between me and you, and then if I'm not answering, feel free to add or go in our three-way chat with me, myself, and Lauren, or us three, and we'll get the answer for you. So just never feel like you're in this alone, because we're always helping each other out, and that's how it's a lot of fun and really doable, because I know we're all so busy. So we kind of just work as a team, and that's what makes it really a lot of fun.
Definitely. Okay. Well, we'll sign off, but if anything came up that was unclear, reach out at any time, because that's what we're here for. So
Thank you, Lauren.
of course.
Have
a good night, you guys. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll talk.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.